Now, in South Africa's largest city, Johannesburg, a major court ruling has put the spotlight on how local authorities deal with informal traders, the street vendors who form the backbone of many African economies. Now, the High Court has ordered that the city of Johannesburg to speed up the registration and verification of traders who sell goods on the city's pavements after the municipality forcibly removed many of them, accusing them of operating without permits or in unauthorized zones. The court ruled that the city must now run an open process between the 4th and the 18th of November to register all qualifying traders. The case was brought by the Socio-Economic Rights Institute of South Africa, or SERI, which argued that the removals were unlawful and violated people's rights to earn a living. To unpack this further, we're now joined by Deborah Rabuda, who's an attorney at SERI and lead counsel on this particular case. Deborah, thanks very much indeed for joining us and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So perhaps you can tell us what exactly happened that led to the city removing hundreds of informal traders from the streets.
I wish I knew. I think when the informal traders approached us, they told us that on the morning of 2 October, they were told that they could no longer trade in places that had been trading for over 30 years. So they weren't given any prior notice and they weren't given any timelines or what the development plans are. So we had no choice but to approach the court on their behalf.
Aren't there bylaws that exist and that maybe that these traders were not abiding by?
The traders were trading in demarcated places, but nonetheless, if there are bylaws, once again, you need to give people notice, and if they are in violation of a bylaw, you have to give them that notice.
How has the city responded to the High Court decision about accelerating the process of issuing permits?
The city has already communicated to us where informal traders can come for the verification process starting today.
All right, so I mean, this deadline between the 4th and the 18th of November is quite short notice. How realistic is it that all eligible traders actually can be verified and registered in that time?
I mean, I think the city would have to account for that, but they did say they are capable of carrying out an expedited verification process. And so we are hoping that it is indeed possible as well.
Is it possible that some of these traders actually are not properly documented, shouldn't be trading, and won't be given permits?
That's why I think the verification process is important to just iron out who can and cannot trade and who qualifies in terms of having the right documentation. And that is something that our clients have no problem with presenting themselves for the verification process.
So many traders feel that the city's enforcement has been pretty heavy-handed. I guess the question might be, how do you balance things like the need for order and cleanliness with the people's rights to earn a living?
I think it happens with good management of the informal trading spaces. And once again, like I said, the informal traders that we act on behalf of were always willing to comply with the city's processes and development plans. It's just unfortunate that it had to happen as essentially a forceful removal, which means that for the past several weeks they haven't been able to earn a living. Whereas we are of the view that this could have been done in a manner that there would be meaningful consultations between the two timelines and so forth.
Is the city doing anything to support those traders who've lost income as a result of their removal, especially given the High Court decision?
Not that I know of. I think the what the city has offered is an expedited process, and I think they had said that if somebody is found to be eligible and they've been verified and so forth, they would offer them allocations as part of the verification process. So we are grateful for that expedited process that the city is offering.
Is this case precedent setting in a way? What does this do for traders generally?
I think the precedent that's it's setting is essentially that meaningful consultation is a way to resolve issues. I think because it's going to mediation now, and it is something that the informal traders do welcome because they always had wanted to engage with the city in a meaningful manner, sorry. And I think I also think this is an opportunity for informal traders and the city to work hand in hand because at the end of the day, they are trading in the city of Johannesburg and they can't be able to help it. So we don't want necessarily hostilities and bad blood. We just want to find a way to be able to be part of the city and engage in the city and be lawful in terms of the informal trader bylaws. So I think this is also an opportunity to just do things the right way and be able to essentially work hand in hand with the city.
All right. And then finally, what's next after getting this ruling?
What's next is the verification process will proceed, and then the city and the informal traders will engage in the mediation process to just hash out issues that the city and the informal traders couldn't find each other during the court proceedings.
Thanks very much indeed. And that
Thank you very
was
much.
Deborah Rabuda, an attorney with the Socio-Economic Rights Institute of South Africa, explaining the significance of the recent court ruling on informal trading in Johannesburg.
Every voice matters. Every moment counts. Celebrate life with Channel Africa. The African perspective. Now in your pocket.